and we're going to go ahead and continue our game of Shadow Empire on the latest version that added aliens. So to start us off, we'll do a quick recap. So I think we're on turn 6. We started on a Morgana planet, which is kind of a desert mountain planet that has little oases throughout. And in the first video, we conquered a nearby miner, and have also seen and met at least one alien miner here to the southwest. And so we're pushing on our next kind of miner city to try to capture that, as well as just do everything we can to try to hold off the alien hordes. And so we can kind of see here, we've tried to kind of make a battle line, mostly with cheap machine gun units, and pushed most of our stronger units in our kind of first infantry brigade that has a few recon buggies attached up towards this other miner city. So we'll go ahead and zoom in. So we'll pull up decisions. I will go ahead and accept their candidate. For policy speech, we are going mind, government, democracy. So democracy and mind would both be helpful. Not really sure which is better in this case, so I'll probably just take whichever of these is easier. I think quality of life is probably going to be the easier one. So we'll go ahead and take that. Alright, so we got another alien event here. Alien natives are entering Hollow Mountain. Sir Akanarian, alien natives from Akanar territory have been sneaking into Hollow Mountain. They've been grabbing women from our streets, apparently only to place a crown of flowers on their heads. But it is really freaking out our populace. We can either explain our populace that this is weird but harmless behavior, that our xenobiologists will try to tell the aliens to stop doing what they are doing, or we can use our security forces and troops to physically deport these visitors back to their zone of origin. What do we do? Not really sure how much danger that'll give. Wish it gave a little bit more. I generally don't want to decrease relations with the aliens, and I'd prefer the mind over fist, so we'll gamble and see what the danger.
Yes, sir. Roger that,
so, alien natives happily keep visiting our zone. It seems, however, they are ignoring and misunderstanding our explanations that they should not grab people. So our danger score went up 9 points. Before I did end the last turn, I did go ahead and actually create military council, and so that is why I'm now being prompted for a new leader for the military council. I don't have any cards to give me more leaders, so I'm gonna kinda gotta go with what I have. And this guy by far has the highest suitability, and that's just because he has a high improvisation, I think. I'll quickly check to see if any of my leaders would particularly be good. So I think it would be inventor and science. And we can see we have none. So that's kind of a bummer. The only other thing I could do is take either like one of my governors and switch them in, probably isn't really worth it looking at that. Yeah, not a whole lot here. So I think I'm just gonna go with the best option I have at the moment.
Aye, aye, sir.
So council priorities, we will go almost all discovery, as we need to discover a few texts before we kind of start researching.
Aye, aye, sir.
And then model design council, so we got a motorbike model this turn, and it's really poor. So somewhat unfortunate. Motorbikes don't matter that much. They're mostly just used as quick units to either surround stuff or improve recon values on enemies. But I don't know there's a lot else I can do, so I may just redo the motorbike.
Roger that.
The one other thing I wanted to check is priorities. So I think I want to put a little bit more into military council and a little less into model. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Standing by. Sir, yes, sir.
So I think I want about 40, 20, 40 is what I'm thinking. So I think I want Supreme and Military to have about twice model design.
Sir, yes, sir.
So I took a hit with my model design council info relation, but I think it should be okay. Yeah, so that'll even things out a bit more. I really want to try to discover some military techs, and now that I redesign the models that I have, really until I get some military techs, there's not a lot more to redesign, so I don't need as many points there. Let's see, so I started upgrading the mine here. We can see I already have enough resources then stockpiled to finish that. So I have just only 46 IP though, so not much I can do from an IP standpoint this turn. So we'll start up here. And continue kind of encircling this city. Hopefully we can go ahead and attack next turn then. Probably go ahead and move my SHQ around a little bit to just claim a few hexes. vision and breathing room. So I can see these units kind of still pushing now towards the new city I have. Just trying to create a wall here to protect at least 2 hexes out. And kind of the same deal over here. Looks like they backed off a little bit, which is kind of interesting. Still, unfortunately, he is sitting on my farm. But not sure there's a whole lot I can do there. Alright, so it seems like I got a little bit more breathing room here, which is good. And next turn I'll probably declare war and try to attack. I'll go ahead and build machine gun down here. I'd like to get this unit out of here and get it back with the rest of the 1st Brigade. Other than that, I think we're good on replacement troops. Trade-wise, rare earth prices not great, so I still want to hold out if I can. Fuel prices come up a little bit. But I'll kind of just sit tight there. Good idea. Oh, yeah. Oops, sorry about that. Had to step away for a second. And yeah, we'll take a quick look at logistics points. I don't think there's much to change here. That still looks fine. last but not least, take a quick look at strategic cards. I still don't think we found any majors yet. Miners, I'd love to try to piece some miners, but I don't think any of these are going to piece. And that's the one I'm attacking. I'll go ahead and play another spy.
Yes, sir. Roger that,
Failed.
sir.
That's unfortunate. I don't need to play chemical high. Blitzkrieg isn't really worth it. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I could play a fat merchant. Let's see what Hollow Mountain is trying to. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play a fat merchant on this.
Affirmative.
So we got a private asset casino, and it did generate 1,300 credits into the private economy, which will help kind of build something. I'll save the other one for now, and then we'll just do a quick scrap. I pretty much never play Motherlode, never play Feasts, never play Gladiators. Junior Emotional CO is convinced to join us. Okay. So I guess it's just kind of another leader card. But it's rather expensive, so we'll see. Alright, I think we're good. We'll go ahead and end. Gonna step away while this turn ends, just real quick. Alright, we're back. Alright, see some more activity here south of the second city that I have. But our wall of units is holding up. It is a bit of a challenging start, just because I'm near so many territories, and the territories tend to all like to push your borders. Luckily, none of them have actually declared war, so as long as I have a unit, even if it's a weak unit, there's nothing they can really do. Still get time of learning. So I still seem to have some breathing room. It's getting a bit tighter here. So training opportunity, we'll definitely take the 2 intelligence experts because we definitely want the mind profile increase. That gets us over the 60 threshold, which is good. And strategic cards wise, we'll go ahead and send another spy. Trying to get to a point where I have pretty good recon.
Yes, sir. Roger that,
And
sir.
another fail. That sucks. Unfortunately, my Supreme Commander has like 0 covert ops skills. And I just wanted to see, did this actually spend the private funds? It did actually. It started something. I think it was going to build a quality of life. I decided to build a hospice, which I think gives health points, so that's good. So this should bump up the quality of life, which will hit the, I think, about 10 that I need to keep that promise. Okay. We'll go ahead and declare war.
Sir, yes, sir.
And we just kind of got to decide here how we want to do this. I think it'll be better if I do get the full surround. And the other thing I was going to check is, can I use my plane? Air attack, can't reach. I can get a little bit of recon. I guess it can't hurt.
Birds are in the sky.
Okay. Alright, let's give it a go. Yeah, so with the 200% bonus, we should do fairly well. I think be able to pull out a win. Early game, that tends to be the key. Getting the concentric modifier is just huge. It also helped in this case that I got pretty good rolls from my OHQ and SHQ. So Lillard is now ours. I don't know. I can't see any of the stats till next turn. That's fine. And we'll go ahead and move all of our infantry at least into the city, so we decrease unrest. And okay, that's the rest of the borders. I will get next turn. I do notice that the rads are getting a bit higher here. So I'll need to be careful. I forget, I'll have to look up how much rad I can handle early game before I research any other techs or get better suits. But I think I'm getting close to the limit here. Okay, so taking a step back, let's look at the strategic map now. So I got a nice 3-city core here. Adala territory, which I believe is a cephaloid, so they are actually alien life. They were pushing hard for a while. I've backed off a little bit, but still have my farm. Egelum territory, which is over here. I had borders with originally, but I'm cut off now. That's also a cephaloid, so also an alien miner. Lillard I just took out, so I'll get that territory. Oknar territory, I don't know what they are yet. They're kind of just south of us, and then Osnabrück, I think actually has a city. Oh, I can see a road going that way. So at this point, if I want to try to continue to kind of take cities, I would have to go in that direction, as pretty much all the others around me are territories. So we'll at least move in that direction and maybe push borders out a little bit. Again, it's getting tight down here. Pushed out the borders a little bit here for Lillard again. I'll get this territory here. Oh, that's somewhat of a strange hex I just noticed. The tundra hexes here for some reason are almost like green looking. Not really sure why that is. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. I guess it's like an unfrozen tundra, whatever that means. Like a tundra in the middle of the desert. Let's see. I don't really want to push much further out. I think if you push against these territories, they generally their relation will go get worse. So really, I just want to hold what I have. Besides taking this mine tile back. So I think I'm okay there. We did get our level 2 metal mine now, which is good. So we'll be producing a little bit more metal. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and build a level 3. Okay, so I need to figure out my money situation because I would need to buy 2 more machines. And replacement troops wise, I'll go ahead and get just over replace the 1 unit that I lost. Trade. Okay, so rare metals at 751. One thing you can do is you can go to stats and get a feel for at least what direction capital price indexes have been going. I don't know exactly how this. I don't know if this is your like only local, if it includes other people's kind of traders. It seems to have some correlation to the prices that you see, but it's a little bit of a mystery to me still. If anyone knows, I would love to know exactly how all the prices and if that what that capital index exactly means, if it's just kind of showing you the trend. Anyways, we'll go ahead and sell rare earth this turn and just dump everything I have. 7.5, I think early game is fairly good.
Wilco.
And that'll give us a pretty healthy buffer so that we can pick up some machines.
Wilco.
And then we'll go ahead and upgrade this iron mine. So, or the metal mine. For some reason I always call it iron. I think it looks like iron, or most games it's iron. So it has about 20,000. I think I'm mining about 400 a turn at this point, which means it would still last. If I upgrade here again, it's a level 5, so it doesn't produce quite what it shows here. So it'll probably give me maybe closer to 600 metal around, maybe, if I upgrade it. So I'll go ahead and upgrade that.
Affirmative.
The other thing I'll have to watch is I'm probably going to have to get some more power soon. Or start turning things off. Which I don't really have a lot of options to turn things off. I can turn off my ice mine, I guess. If it comes to it. So the key is I need to get close to about the 750 or so metal per turn production, because that means I really have enough metal to support building an industry 2. So it cost 125, so I have about 100 left. I'd like to get bureaucrat offices too as well, so I'm waiting for my civilization level to bump up there. Down here, eventually I'll nationalize the transport hub, but early game I don't really need the logistics yet, and 500 credits is quite a lot. I'll also have to tackle my food issue here if I can't take this farm back. I think we're okay. I don't know that I really need any more units there. Gonna build a couple machine guns up north to probably handle borders. And then I'm gonna go ahead and build 1 or 2 down here as well. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I don't think I really need to move any of these units. Again, I'm just trying to keep enough of a buffer without trying to flip too many of their hexes and piss them off. And then I was going to grab a little bit more ammo.
Wilco.
Since I did attack that turn, so we'll need to replenish the 1st Brigade. Just do a quick check. Just working on discovery, and then still working. Okay, so I got half the motorbike, so I should get the new motorbike design next turn. Alright, we'll go ahead and end. probably going to try to push up in this direction, kind of where these roads lead, to kind of see where the city is. If it's relatively close to here, I may try to swoop in and take a fourth city here. If it's like way over here, I don't know that I'm going to push that hard yet until I get a few more units to make sure I can hold the borders that I have. Yeah, the aliens are still kind of okay. That sucks. Now I'm getting pushed to the east of that second city. The good thing is that I plan to move the 1st Brigade probably down in that direction anyway. And I'm not sure. I think this is the miner that has the city. I think this is another territory, so it could be aliens, could be raiders or something, or. But I think only one of these is has a city. Gained curiosity. I got a fate point. I got mostly crap fate cards. Tons of decisions this turn. So popular soldier in the 3rd. Definitely go with mascot so that I can get the democracy bump.
Wilco.
So I got everything over 60 now, which is good. It should give me some pretty good odds to at least pick up the 1st tier and then the 2nd tier as well. I don't think I'm quite 12 turns in to start going for the 3rd tier yet. Execute relative, that's the commander of my 1st Brigade. I'll go the middling one here and take the mind increase and kind of neutral on relation with her. Incident at the library. There's been a rather ugly incident you should know about. What happened? I noticed more and more local youths were spending way too much time in the local book club. You know, we need soldiers, right? Not librarians. So I closed it and enrolled them in the militia. The populace of Hollow Mountain is angry. Yeah. I would imagine that they would be. And that's the director of my model design council. So I definitely don't want to take a huge mind hit. So I'm going to reverse the decision, but only reverse it a little bit because I don't want to take too big of a relation hit with him.
Roger that.
So I took a -12. Not ideal, but accept the new candidate. Oh boy. Petition and Nelson. We'll go ahead and let them petition.
Roger that.
I don't need to
Sir,
upgrade
yes,
the
sir.
city. Protests in Lillard. So we do have the money now, so we'll give in to the demands and take the democracy bump, I think. Let's see what else we have. Okay, before I do that, I better make sure I check the alien. So alien natives want an official peace treaty, so a Konar territory. I would love to peace some of these aliens. Which one is a Konar is the question. so he's down here. Oh, it's weird. It shows me culture unknown still. Okay. So we will go ahead and say yes.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So that holds this border. So I no longer have to have a whole bunch of units sitting here. So that's a blessing in disguise right there. Raiders are recruiting our troops. 200 of our troops decided to leave and join. Generally, I would rather have the enforcement and fist profiles go down, but I don't really want to lose units, so I would think I would actually lose 200 troops, and relation-wise, they all want this one and not this one. Pretty much all my leaders. So in this case, I'm going to
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
forbid it. Protests, we'll pay the cash to get the democracy
Sir, yes,
and
sir.
avoid unrest. And new governor. So let's see, do we have any other strat cards to get other leaders? We have a junior and an emotional, which is also a junior. So these will both probably be poor, honestly. I think I'm probably better off saving my points and just picking one of the leaders that I already have. So I got Porky. Not great. Angie. Also not great. And Imelda. Who isn't great either. So it's kind of a who is the best out of, I guess, a bunch of poor options. He's a little bit better. So I could try to dismiss one of them to try to get Bryce. She is a cap 2 and has 68 relation. She's cap 1. Her relation's pretty poor and doesn't really have anything useful. And good old Porky profile doesn't match well, so relation's definitely going to probably go down. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take Imelda, unless all three of these are better, and not really. Mig's got a higher relation, which is good. Bryce is just a little better overall. I think I'll just go ahead and appoint Imelda.
Received.
Okay, we'll again check, is there any minors? So Osnabrück is the one that we just took an event that really decreased relations with them, so they're probably going to end up at war with us whether we want to be at war or not. I'm still going to try to keep getting spies over in this territory.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Not happening. I could again try Fat Merchant. That's about the only decent card I have. Let's check what they're building here and how much cash they still have. Oh, they spent a whole bunch. What did they spend? They bought Assets. What did they buy? Oh, they upgraded Hospice 1 to Hospice 2. Okay. I'll wait on that. That should be enough quality of life to kind of push me up. Is that the Hospice 1 even will just give me some health points, and that should be enough to get quality of life over 10. So I'll save points for now. I will go ahead and do a quick scrap though. We got a submissive doctor. A junior submissive doctor has been convinced to join us. Okay. Given that these are both junior cards, I'm guessing the leaders won't be that good. I have no idea what a submissive doctor stats would have, or really an emotional CO. I assume the CO stands for commanding officer, and he would be somewhat military. But besides that, I really don't have any idea. Okay. So he's a raider, which isn't terrible. It means he tends to be pretty hyper aggressive. We have another minor territory over here. This was, I think, the minor territory we were already adjacent to. I mean, at some point it would be nice to clear this area so that I don't have anything up behind me. But not super high priority either. This is another territory as well. Not sure if this is an alien or not. I know this one I think is an alien because the event that let me piece them was an alien event, and I know this one's an alien. And that one really does not like me. Actually, so I can move all these ones off this border. The border's safe all the way over to there. Debating whether I want to combine this Gladius with the other GR troops. It gets a significant combat penalty being just a single unit. But it's much faster because it's a walker. I think I'm going to leave it separate for now and maybe hope I try to push these raiders back, I think. Or, I actually don't know what these are, this territory. I want to keep pushing this way to see if I can find where this city's at. I don't see any city ruins, which sometimes gives you an indicator, but in this case I'm not that lucky. And Nelson still has a decent amount of unrest, so I'm trying to keep some units in there. Still not much happening along these borders. I still can't tell what these are, I don't think. Oh, I actually got another militia unit, which is sweet. I'd actually, given this is a 20 unit, I actually would like to go put this in whichever of these cities has higher unrest. Oh, I must not have any logistics points in this direction. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, so bummer. Oh, I didn't notice. Okay, so these are cephaloids. Wow. This is, I think, the first unit I've actually been able to see. So the Zeppelin Militia. So Cephaloids, Tribesmen, Cephaloids, land dwelling. They're 4-meter carnivores. So that's a pretty big. Intelligence sentient species, able to coordinate multiple units. Tech level of this band is low. Okay, so overall, they're actually fairly weak. They have a decent hit points, but their attack values are low. So it may actually be worth going to war with this one at least, and just killing these ones off. if they don't kind of get out of my way, more or less. I do wonder, I don't know if all of them are going to be similar and like kind of low tech band, or if you can have some of each on the planet. I'm not sure. But I guess we'll probably find out. Okay, cool. I think that's pretty much all the units I can move this turn. Construction wise, I'm still building the metal. So we have all the resources we need to build that in our stockpile. So we have 153. And I wanted to see, is there any, nope. I have not found any other metal deposits yet. I probably won't upgrade this past level 3. I think that's probably high enough. I'll probably start to build a few recyclers to get some extra metal. Yeah, this city has nothing. No ruins, no metal. This city has 1 ruin tile. So metal is definitely going to be the limiting factor here. And we'll just check asset preview. See about how much metal I'm actually generating. Yeah, so I'm getting about 450. These ones I think are producing nothing. This should bump up to closer to maybe 650. So I'm going to go ahead and build a recycler here.
Affirmative.
And just quickly buy 2 machines for it.
Wilco.
Sell. Oh, I can sell water, so I will sell all the water I can sell.
Wilco.
Guess that's the one benefit of playing on a dry planet. People actually want to buy water. I'll gladly sell water every few turns if I can buy a few machines every few turns. That's an excellent deal. I didn't fight at all, so I don't think I need any replacement troops or ammo. And I only have a little extra because I need 125 to start the recycler, I think. Yeah, so that only leaves me with 28, which probably isn't enough to do much of anything. I'll get a little bit more ammo.
Wilco.
And the only other thing I need to take a look at then is how to get better logistics going, because it's not working out too well anymore. Oh, because I need 300 here. 100 here and 100 here. Okay. I really am getting pretty tight on logistics then. I don't need that much into here, so I can probably take it even further. I don't know that that makes much difference. So I want to kind of push more back this direction if I can. That's probably about as good as it's gonna get there. Unfortunately, I may need to build a truck station to help logistics a little bit here, as I just don't have that many points to go around. Alright, we'll see how it goes next turn if it's still not looking great. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to buy one of these transport hubs. I think this is probably the better one to buy. Alright, so we'll nationalize that. That'll actually help generate twice the number of points, since it goes from 400 to 800. Already did strat cards, so I think we are good then. So I think at this point we found at least 3 alien miners. We've had a few events. I think the only thing of note really has been that I've been able to piece at least one of them. It's the one south of my second city down here. The units of the alien over here are pretty weak. I don't think I've seen the units of any of the other ones yet. That one definitely has tons of units. And I'm gonna need to try to grab Economic Council here pretty soon, because I'm gonna need metal desolation, because I am really metal poor in this start. Alright, so Osnabrück Hansa went ahead and declared war on us. Not a big surprise there. I kept my word and got to quality of life of 10. Gained technology fascination. Developed a new bike called Riders. Discovered tow prop engine, so pretty much the last thing that I wanted to discover. Picked up some more free GR machine gunners and found 71 rare metals and 3 machinery and 620 credits. Okay, I will take that. That's awesome. Probably try to take maybe a look at my leaders this turn, and he is not giving up that farm for anything, it seems, which is unfortunate. Wow, we got another incident at the library. I do not particularly like incident at the library.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
alien natives try to talk with us. What seems like the alien chieftain has installed an observation shell and a shed on our border with Akanar. And which one is Akanar? Okay, so that's one I've already pieced. I would like to try to get better. I think if you can get better relations, eventually you can get units with them and do other stuff. 32 PP is quite a lot. I think I will go with the send a linguistics team option.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Okay, zone orders. Okay, just do the standard here. Recruit, never fire, allow emergency food, unincorporated.
Order received.
Retired militia general. In a small compound in the center, well respected retired general from the militia resides. He still meddles actively in the militia politics. He's asking for a special favor to increase funding to the militia with 594 credits in order to recruit some extra mercenary forces. He told us explicitly the militia supports him on this matter, and refusal will result in reduced militancy. What should I do? I think we'll pay our respects but refuse. I don't really want to pay 600 credits, and I don't really want to decrease government.
Affirmative.
I guess that also decreased the militia morale. Wish the event would tell you that. I'm not sure that would have changed my decision either way, but let's check our motorbike design. Okay, so our new riders are pretty good. We can go ahead and obsolete the other design since it sucked. We can also obsolete this design. Any of these that we redesigned and don't have any. I don't think we still have a couple infantry, so we can't obsolete them yet until we upgrade them all. I don't think there's anything else I need to design yet, so we'll go no orders and just try to pick up some new types. Let's see what miners I can actually... Yeah, he's definitely not going to piece me. Send spy.
Yes, sir. Roger that,
Man,
sir.
I think I failed almost every spy roll I've tried. Zoo project is pretty good. I'll go ahead and play zoo.
Affirmative.
That just helps bump, gives you a quality of life building. Okay, so my food problem is becoming pretty serious. I'm gonna have to build, I either have to go to declare war on him and take that back, or I need to build a farm. And so I think the answer is probably going to be to build a farm. The other problem we have is we need more power. Okay. I'll take a look at that here in a bit. different units. I think these, okay, so these are the Tribesmen Unit and Scale Wolf. Ambush Predator, metallic, so it's considered a hard target. These are much stronger, especially on attack. They have pretty high soft attack for early game. Interesting. I have better points this turn. I think I'm going to send it up top here. I'm going to strategic move this one. If I can. It must be 2. I must have just quite not enough. Oh yeah, just short here. Bummer. It's okay, I will shuffle these around a little bit. I don't know what's up here. It just worries me that it's not really, I can't see anything. But I am at war with this guy over here, so I'm going to start pushing in that direction. Oh, I can see his city. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try to push forward, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to try to use the 1st Brigade primarily to take this out. I'm kind of using what's left of some of the troops I built to wall these guys off to push over and kind of wall this guy off now. I may declare war on him if it ends up making sense, because I'd like to try to clear this road so I have a more direct option to push logistics points this way, rather than having to go up through Lullard. Still nothing really happening down here. I'm pretty happy again. I don't really want to push into either of these, at least not significantly. Truck station should come online. I think the points will generate, I think, this next turn then. Alright. So I finished metal 3. I have just enough IP. I really need to build power, I think. Yeah.
Affirmative.
That unfortunately uses almost all of my IP, so I have like 20 IP left, which is enough to do pretty much nothing. I think one of this infantry still needed upgraded.
Wilco.
Let's just see how many of the infantry we have left. It says we still have 1,300. Did they not upgrade? Maybe I didn't have logistics points. Oh, I don't think they did. Okay. Could kind of take another quick look here. I think that's pretty good. I would like to get another infantry brigade. So I think I'm going to try to avoid building any more machine gunners unless I have to. And I think I'm okay right now. I have enough machine gunners for hopefully the rest of the game. Machine gunners are great for holding tiles, but they're really not that useful for actually attacking stuff. They can kind of help surround units when it comes to it, though. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. And yeah, we're good there. So we'll go ahead and end. I should have enough. I probably, maybe that turn, actually should have started the Economic Council. That's okay. We'll, I think it'll probably cost somewhere around 15 maybe to create the next council. So we were probably had enough that turn. We should definitely have enough this turn. So I'll try to remember to do that here at the start. And kind of gonna see if anyone shuffles around here. Probably need to eventually redo some of this road network. Unfortunately, right now, my most efficient road to the front line is that, which is terrible looking. Oh, the units up to the northwest of my capital finally moved around a bit. So I think I'll probably need to shuffle units around a bit. And the other thing, so my focus right now is trying to get to the point where I can start Industry 2. I'm getting close to enough metal income to do that. Gained engaged politicians feed. I got a mobile shield. I don't really care much for the mobile shields when they're just single GR units. I think I am going to scrap it. And just switch it into my capital zone so the materials get back into
Wilco.
yeah, so it gives me 100 energy, a food, 11 metal, 4 machines, which is good, and 4 high-tech parts, which is good. And those go to the inventory, which can be a little confusing sometimes, but that's why I wanted to try to get back to this zone so I didn't have to ship the stuff back to my SHQ. Just trying to wall these ones off for the most part. They seem to be cooperating at the moment. Okay, these are just classic raiders. The Raiders have very little hard attack and defense, so they're really not a huge threat to attack my rovers. I may actually try to attack him. I don't think nothing moved up around here, so I think I'm safe up there. This must be, these are tundra, that's why the movement cost is a little higher there. I'll leave those two militia there. So I think something moved here. So I'll swap those around a little bit. This cephaloid, for some reason my relation keeps going down with him. I'm not really sure why. Okay, the only other thing I wanted to see is if it's worth actually trying to attack. No. And the reason being is he has a pretty high entrenchment modifier. I'll wait. I'll have enough units to push him back next turn if he doesn't push back himself. Swap those two. I think I'm okay, the rest of those units. I don't think I've found, no new miners. I do have another zoo. I think I just have a level 1, so I could bump up my zoo here to level 2. May as well. I could build building brothels. I'll go ahead and build the zoo actually in my second zone.
Roger that.
I'll say fat merchant for now. We're okay in ammo. I don't think we need any replacement troops. I could try to upgrade these again. So let's see what my metal income is. Okay, so we're up at about a little over 600. Neither of these have any. And we have a pretty good stockpile. So I'm going to go ahead and try to start. I don't think we're building anything right now. Nope. So I'm going to go ahead and start Industry 2. So I will need to pick up, I think, 2 more machine parts.
Affirmative. Wilco.
And I'm also running out of food. I think I probably need to buy food now. Do I have... And I probably need to start a food asset. Oh, he already has a private one there. So I'll start. No, I'll wait till next turn and start the dome facility, I think. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how many workers. Unfortunately, dome facility takes a ton of workers. And I wanted to try to make sure I had enough workers for my industry. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice.
Affirmative. Wilco.
Okay, so we started both of those. The only good thing about farms is they don't take a lot of IP. So between the two of them, I have a little bit of IP left, not a lot.
Wilco.
Okay, I think that should be the last upgrades I need at the moment. Yeah, that just leaves the 500 in my SHQ, which I don't really care about. I'll upgrade those later. And then I have maybe about 50 IP left if I needed to build a unit, but I think I'll just save it. think, again, I should have enough units to take this guy out without really building any more. So I'm kind of okay, and I'm just kind of trying to save up recruits so that I can eventually get a second infantry brigade and then attach some light tanks to it. I did trade. I just want to check my logistics points. Yeah, so this road is potentially open now. He could cut it here though. Yeah, my points aren't terrible. I think I'm doing okay. I just wanted to see how much this metal mine. Oh wow. Yeah, level 3 metal mine producing 500 metal a turn really sucks. It's because it's only a level 5, which makes it mine have a negative 40% modifier, which is pretty brutal. So even at that rate, this is still going to last me almost another 40 turns to get all that metal. So we'll go ahead and...
Standing by. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
add our economic council. And the other thing I wanted to take a quick look at was my leader situation. Do I have any? I have a couple. Okay, so Director of Supreme Command Council is fairly low, but he should be increasing. The rest are still in the okay range. For profile, I've gotten the first level of democracy to get the extra political bonus. Trying to get this to get the quality of life bonus, and then in 2 rounds I'll have a chance to unlock the 3rd tiers. State companies in particular is the one I really want, as that'll give me a 40% IP bonus. So 11% chance a turn, and whatever I can do to try to push government up to push that percent up, I will pretty much do at this point. And that's that bonus is really what makes government extremely strong, probably the strongest of any of them, in my opinion. As IP is almost always your limiting factor, unless you run out of metal, which could happen in this game if I'm not careful. Okay, I think we're good. We'll go ahead and end. Looks like the raiders that I'm pushing on are just gonna huddle in their city, which is fine with me. Makes it so I only have 1 hex that I have to attack. And as long as that, I don't think that hex is a ruins hex. That's probably the only thing you have to be careful of early, is if the minor cities run a ruins hex and they've sat there and gotten max fortification bonus, it can take a few attacks, because that bonus can be quite high. But as long as that isn't the case, I shouldn't have any problems. Probably moving into position maybe this turn, and then attacking the following turn. Yeah, and the interesting thing will be if he has a road leading anywhere else out from there. If he doesn't, then I am officially kind of all roads are ended. Gain state companies, okay, sweet. Discovered mechanized artillery, which in general would pretty much suck. We discovered combat armor, so that is awesome. One of the military techs that we wanted. So we'll go ahead. I do not need turboprop, so I should be able to switch that.
Aye, aye, sir.
Do no new orders. Economic. So the economic policies in general are pretty poor. I want some prospecting just to see if I can find something. We'll do 15 and then we'll split. Discovery and research for now. Or actually, we'll go ahead and just put it in. We'll up this one a little bit, since we just need to discover right now. Yeah, we like that.
Sir, yes, sir.
So we need to discover a few economic techs. We need to get metal. Desoilization is probably the highest priority, given our metal woes. We could choose a speech, and unfortunately, it is mind or government. And that or I take a minus in both of them. So that sucks. So I will probably, just because I have more mind right now, I'll take the hit there and take the plus to government. Also gives bonus to probably the guy that is the lowest relation right now. But keeps both of them above 60, which is good for now. New director of economic council, so I have a bunch of crap leaders still. I'll go ahead and recruit the junior that I have. So Ivy Farmer. He would be a much better technician. Who did I put in my model council? Glitch is very glitchy. Oh, he actually has very high technician. Okay. I'll do this. Quack Doctor's active in Nelson. I'll probably try to minimize the damage. pay a little bit of PP.
Roger that.
Failure. Danger increased by 20% and 700 people died. Sweet. Bryce is the other one that shows positive suitability, and he's a cap 1 kind of crap. Heavy Farmer is cap 3. So she'll at least learn. I'll take her.
Understood.
Man, leaders right now I'm not particularly thrilled with. And my spies is probably the one thing that's been going worse than my leaders. I cannot send a spy.
Yes, sir. Right,
Hey, there we
sir.
go. I think that's the second successful spy I've had out of about the 10 spy cards I've played. Sometimes they just don't want to happen. Okay. So he has a pretty good number of units, but other than that, nothing really nothing I'm too worried about. Gonna try to go full surround so I get the max bonus here. No idea what those are yet. Again, just mostly want to wall these guys off. What's his relation isn't great. I shouldn't need to bombard, but in the off chance that I do, I'll push him that way. And danger is going down slowly. This isn't too bad there. I don't think I really need to move anything there. Oh, you know what? I am completely out of food now. That's not good. Okay, so let's trade. I could sell water. I may as well, since I'm already at capacity. The price is terrible, but water is pretty crappy. It's a pretty good rare earth metal price, but I only have 51 to sell.
We'll go.
And I think we need to buy probably about 500 food here to hold us over.
Wilco.
Okay. Assets, so we are definitely short on workers. I knew that was already going to happen though. Yeah, both of these ended up a bit short. So the agrodome's going to end up taking 3, and industry's going to end up taking 5 instead of 4. So, kind of sucks, but yeah, not surprised. I kind of assumed that's what was going to happen. Okay, I'm okay on ammo still. I don't expect him to attack me, so I'll need ammo after I attack him the following turn. Replacements are fine. I have 140 IP. I think I'm just gonna save it at this point. How much, okay, so I need about 250 IP. And I need a little bit more recruits as well, so I'm getting close there. Yeah, I don't really want to start another building yet until I at least finish the farm. Are there any assets I can turn down? I should get enough population here next turn. I'm just gonna get rid of this plane actually at this point. Its range is so low that it's not really worth it anymore.
Wilco.
Also, I doubt I'm going to build planes. The atmosphere here on this planet is not really good enough to do planes. So the other thing I'm going to do is just close the airbase. So that should also help. Everything else I need. I could close the ice mine, but I should be okay now. And then I just wanted to, I think logistic points are doing okay. Eventually I need to buy that other truck station. The one thing I can probably, I think the chance of him breaking this is now fairly low. So I'm going to adjust. To push points down this way now. Okay. This one. Gonna have push most of its points back. So I'm kind of switching. Instead of using the northern route, I'm going to try to use the southern route as it's more direct. should be pushing enough back this way. Okay. We'll see how that does. I think I moved everything. This didn't seem to move at all from what I can tell. And economic, I'm just discovering. Military research, I switched to combat armor. But I need to switch the percentage.
Aye, aye, sir.
Essentially do 80%
Aye, aye,
research now, since I have something good to research. Yep. Okay. I think that's good. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here for tonight and look to pick this up in the next session. So again, things going fairly well. I've kind of been able to hold off a number of different alien miners and a couple other territories, and pushing to try to take my fourth city. So that I will have taken out 3 miners quickly. The one thing that's kind of a bummer is the road ends here, and I don't have any other roads leading out anywhere, which at that point means pretty much all the territories around me don't have cities. So at that point I will need to probably pick a direction. I'll probably come back in here and maybe push against the miners that are kind of nearest to my capital, and kind of just, if I can, try to piece any of these other ones. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, RedRum68 signing off. Thanks everyone for watching, and hope you tune into the next episode.